afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to discuss this major characters mind map. And this is not a story mapping. Story mapping will be done at the end of the end after completing the story. This is major characters mind mapping. Why this mind mapping? This mind mapping helps you to remember the characters and the relationship in the story. And hence, this part is most important. Before getting into any story, it is always better to understand the relationship between the characters, so that when the story is discussed, we will be able to understand the story in a better way. So, for this reason, I have allotted this discussion to for character mind mapping. Okay, let's start our lesson. The main character's mind mapping. Margaret Atwood's novel *The Edible Woman* involves very few major characters, and there are many minor characters, and the story moves around these blue characters. Marian McAlpin, Ainsley Tevsey, Mrs. Bogue, Lucy Emmy Millie. Okay, so major characters and their relationship. Okay, let's come to the mapping. Mrs. Bogue. See, the story is totally occupied by women characters. Mrs. Bogue. Bogue is the owner of a firm, Mr. Panay. And in the firm, Marian McAlpin, who works in the firm of Bogue, and she shares her room with Ainsley Tevsey. Okay, and the owner of the house is Lady Downbelow. Lady Downbelow is the owner of the house, and in the owner of the house, there are two women characters, Marian McAlpin and Ainsley Tevsey. They are staying together. And there are three other persons who are working in Miss Bogue's firm. Lucy, Emmy, and Millie all are virgin. They are not married. Now, Marian McAlpin is betrothed to Peter. To Peter, who is a lawyer. He is a lawyer and he is betrothed. And Ainsley is a roommate. Ainsley Tevsey is a different character. So these two characters are both opposite characters. When the novel opens, Marian McAlpin is a conventional woman who was educated, who was brought up in a conservative family, where she was taught, she was given the lesson that a good husband with good earning is what life is. ஸோ அப்படித்தான் வளர்க்கப்பட்டிருக்கான். மரியன் மேக்ஆல்பின் ஒரு நல்ல கணவன், நல்ல ஒரு சம்பாதிக்கிற கணவனோட வாழ்க்கை வாழ்றதா வாழ்க்கை அப்படின்றது கற்றுக் கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு மரியன் மேக்ஆல்பின். ஸோ she is betrothed to Peter, the lawyer. Fine. And Ainsley Tevsey is a conservative, not a conservative. He is a radical feminist. Radical feminism. எதையும் சமுதாயம் ஏற்படுத்திய கோட்பாடுகளை மீறுற ஒரு கேரக்டர் Ainsley Tevsey. So she refuses to accept the concept of marriage. திருமணம் என்ற பந்தத்தை அவ மறுக்கிறான். ஸோ அதனால what happens is she has an affair with Len Slank அப்படின்றவனோட affair வச்சிருக்காங்க. And she is also ready to have a baby with Len Slank without marriage. ஸோ அதுபடி அவ கல்யாணம் ஆகாமலே குழந்தையை பெற்றுக்கிறான். She becomes pregnant. When the story opens, Ainsley Tevsey becomes pregnant with Len Slank even before getting married. Fine. Now what happens is, but Ainsley Tevsey becomes pregnant with Len Slank, but marries a different person. We'll see who is he in the story. Marries, வேற ஒன்று கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிறான். After marriage, she comes to know that this life is not is not satisfying to her. That is, living a very radical woman. As a radical woman, radical is சமுதாயத்தை எதிர்த்து வாழ்கிற ஒரு வாழ்க்கை அவளுக்கு பிடிக்கல. Here what happens, மேரியன் மேக் ஆல்பினுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி கன்சர்வேட்டிவாக இருக்கிறதுக்கு அவளுக்கு பிடிக்கல. அது கணவன் மனைவி அவனுக்கு வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கு அந்த மாதிரியான வாழ்க்கை இவளுக்கு பிடிக்கல. அதுக்கு மேரியன் மேக் ஆல்பின் is bored, is not satisfying. This life, kind of life, is not satisfied. Hence, she has an affair with a Duncan, who is a college student. Okay, Marian McAlpin goes for an affair with Duncan, who is a college student, though she is betrothed to Peter. And Ainsley and இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் சண்டை வருது. ஓகே, நீ வந்து கன்சர்வேட்டிவ் ஆயிடு, யூ ரிமைன் கன்சர்வேட்டிவ், இட் இஸ் குட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஆன்ஸ்லி சொல்கிறா. பட் மெரியன் இஸ் நாட் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைட் ரிமைனிங் கன்சர்வேட்டிவ். ஸோ ஷீ மூவ்ஸ் வித் டங்கன் and she even has sex with the Duncan after betrothed to Peter. So this is an affair with Duncan is an affair for Marian McAlpin. Fine. So these are the Don's house owner. They are working. There's an affair, and with this story, there is another character comes in. The friends of Marian McAlpin, Joe and Clara. And Joe and Clara are college friends of Marian McAlpin. Marian McAlpin is college friend, Joe and Clara. And Clara has discontinued his college education to marry Joe. And they are very happy, and they live a very conservative சமுதாயம் எப்படி எதிர்பார்க்குதோ அது மாதிரி இவங்க வாழ்றாங்க. So they give birth to children, and Joe works for Clara, and Clara looks after the family and the children. So that's how this family. So there are three different characters. One is Marian McAlpin, who is brought up in a conservative family, turns radical, and she is betrothed to Peter but has an affair with Duncan. And Ainsley Tefsey, who is a radical woman, turns conservative. She is, as a radical woman, she has an affair with Lenslack, becomes pregnant, but later marries another man and becomes more conservative. And there is another character, Joe and Clara, who moves with the society. சொசைட்டியோட எப்படி எதிர்பார்க்குறாங்களோ அது மாதிரி வாழ்ந்துட்டு போகிற ஒரு 3 விதமான கதாபாத்திரங்கள். The story moves around these 3 families: Marian McAlpin, Ainsley Tefsey, and Joe and Clara. So that's all this story, major mind mapping. In the next class, we will discuss the story part. Thank you, dear students.